Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to my channel, Tarot by Bronx. This is Tarot Talk. These are Tarot Things, and I'm your host, Boogie down Bronx, and I'm here to take care of the Geminis. Gemini, if you're new to the channel, welcome. This reading can resonate if you have Gemini as a sun, moon, rising, Venus, north node, or south node sign. Quick shout out to my Patreon. If you are seeing this video, it was released early access on my Patreon. All right, so I do early access content on there for the signs, and I do extended readings as well. I am going to be doing extendeds probably starting next week for whichever top 3 signs do the best and whichever sign season it is. Now, Capricorn may or may not get one because I've already done Capricorn twice for the extended, so I want to give somebody else a chance. But usually it would be for the sign, whichever season we're in, okay, for an extended. But anywho, so Gemini, we're going to tap into your reading because it has been some time, but I just started the January monthly, so I still have a couple more signs left on my radar, but let's get into it, okay? So let's flip over your cards and see what's the blunt truth you need to hear right now. Okay, so you have Oh Happy Day, you have Onward and Upward, and then you have Give a Little, Get a Little. Some type of subliminal message here. We got Oh Happy Day and Upward and Onward though, so that's pretty good so far. What was that in reference to? Let's see. Oh Happy Day, Upward and Onward. Something good coming towards you guys. What we got for Gemini? Oop. Oh Happy Day. What is this in reference to? Oh. It says ancestors displeased, and then we have ancestral communication. Why are ancestors displeased for Gemini? There's food at home. Why are ancestors displeased? This isn't over. Going in circles. Okay. So, transformative ending. You're the problem. There it is. Okay, so you have Oh Happy Day, Upward and Onward, but then that was clarified by ancestors displeased, ancestral communication. So something about you guys ignoring your inner guidance, or you're ignoring your ancestors, ignoring your spiritual team or the spiritual advice that is given to you. You have This Isn't Over, and you have Going in Circles, okay? And then you had transformative ending, 999. So for a lot of you, I feel like you could be being pushed to move into a new cycle, or you're being pushed to end a certain cycle in your life, whether that be leaving a certain job, leaving a certain relationship, moving, relocating, or stop doing something that you've been doing for some time here, or allowing the situation to fully end, but you're still going in circles, or you're still dealing with the situation. And for some of you, your ancestors are disappointed because it's something that should have been long over with, or you could have let it go a long time ago, but you're choosing to still stay in a certain cycle. So I don't know what that is yet, but you have the caterpillar becomes the butterfly. So a lot of you, you're meant to have this full transformative moment where you're fully blossoming into this new energy, or this new person. But for some reason, you're still kind of going in circles here, or you're still going backwards, or reverting back to the way you used to do things. So let's see. Where does Gemini need to kind of end a cycle, or where are they going in circles? Where are the ancestors displeased? Tell us. Give us the tea. You have new love. Oop. What do we have for Geminis as far as going in circles, or where they need to let go of a certain cycle? You have stable, forgiveness. Where do Geminis need to allow the ending to happen? You have change. What is Gemini going in circles here? Where are ancestors displeased? That's a lot going on. Come on, fingers work. My fingers are not pulling the cards. Tell me more for Gemini. What else do we have for Gemini? Where does Gemini going in circles here? Ancestor altar. Your ancestors are really trying to communicate with you here. Like there's a lot telling you or telling in the message about ancestors. You have 3 cards here about ancestors. You have ancestors displeased, you have ancestral communication, and then you have ancestral altar. So if that's not all about your ancestors trying to get in touch with you, like you're just hitting the decline at this point. Like they're yelling at you. You could be seeing a lot of angel numbers 333, 999, for example, trying to get in touch with you. For some of you, it's like you're trying to figure it out all by yourself. And this is also a similar message I had for Virgo. So you could have Virgo placements in your chart. But yeah, a lot of you are sitting here trying to figure out what to do, how to do it, and you're asking for help, but you're not listening for the answers that are trying to be presented to you, or you're not listening because it's not the answer you want to hear. It's not. It's like you're being told exactly what you need to do, but it's like, oh, well, I don't want to do it that way. Okay. And then your ancestors are like, what are we going to do with this one? Because you're going in circles for absolutely no reason. You don't have to go in circles, but you do have to take a new approach to a particular problem or to the way that you navigate things. It could be the way you navigate relationships, new love, stable. You're meant to be in a cycle of stability or in new love, but maybe you keep running back to a certain ex. You keep going back to old behavioral patterns that are unhealthy or toxic. You have past or past life. Some of you are going back to past life patterns that have been with you for many lifetimes, and you're meant to break those patterns. Or things that you used to do in your past. We're in retrograde now, so a lot of past influences are coming up. So the past may be very tempting for you. But I just see you running away or resorting back, like moving backwards somehow. You have forgiveness. For some of you, you need to be more forgiving towards yourself for moving backwards. And a lot of you, when you mess up one time, you just kind of like reject everything and you're like, oh, well, I messed up, so I'm not going to keep trying anymore. No, keep trying, keep transforming, keep on like, just get back on track. A lot of you, you're battling with something or you're trying to turn over a new leaf, but you have problems with committing to it. And so you're moving backwards in the sense of like you're just giving up, but just because you mess up one time or a couple times doesn't mean that you're actually moving backwards. It's like retrograde. The planet appears to be moving backwards, but it's not actually moving backwards. So a lot of you may feel like you're going back, or you're being shown where you still have some things to work on or some weaknesses, but it doesn't mean that you're just like, not progressing at all. So it's kind of like this double whammy here. What is the advice? What is the advice for Gemini in regards to this? What is the advice in regards to Gemini? You have it will work out. You have not the right time. Hold on, let me spray so I can grip the cards a little bit better. Okay, what is the house or move? What is the advice? Manifest. Okay, so also this is similar to what I was telling Taurus. Some of you may have Taurus placements in your chart because I was talking about slowing down. You have intuition. You have it will work out. You have house or move. A lot of you are trying to move, or like you just, bouncing around a lot and you're just going in circles when it comes down to moving, or the way you approach like moving around is just all over the place and you need some time to just sit down and really think about it and like come up with a plan or like, discern, all right, I have this much amount of money and this is where I want to go, and not just do things and then figure it out later all the time. Sometimes you just need to step back. So right now is not the right time to necessarily take action on your dreams because we're in retrograde, especially, but to kind of get more clear on what your dreams actually are or what your goals, what your plans actually are so that you can manifest them, and learning to kind of say no more often. Some of you also with there's food at home, I'm getting that a lot of you kind of like just jump on every opportunity to like go out or hang out, or whenever you're invited out, you go. But you're going to have to start saying no more, like, and really get serious about your goals, right? So it's like a lot of you want to move or you want to, do something different. but you're not even thinking about your bank account, right? So it's like it's kind of like I'm hearing immaturity in my head, or I'm hearing mature. Like there's something you need to grow up. You need to mature more, because it will work out, but there's still a certain sense of maturity that needs to be had. Discipline. Capricorn is all about discipline. It's connected to Saturn. Saturn is the planet of discipline. So a lot of you are feeling like you're moving backwards, but it's not that. You're being shown where you need more discipline in a certain area. And that's exactly what I was telling Libra also. So you could have Libra placements. But a lot of you want certain things, but you don't have the discipline to sustain those things, or you don't have the discipline to initiate those things, right? So like if you know that you need money for what you need to do or you want to do, and you're just spending it like crazy, how in the world are you ever going to get what you want, right? So a lot of you are going in circles, despite if things are progressing here, because there's something about the discipline, or you needing to really take some more time to think about what you want, or let go of one thing first and then be able to move on to the next here. And also getting in tune with your spiritual team and your ancestors, because they're trying to communicate with you and give you the guidance, give you the answers that you need, but it's like you're not listening. Okay? Yeah, so a lot of you need to listen more, and you'll stop going in circles, because when you're going in circles, it means that you need to do something else. Going in circles is a karmic cycle. When you keep running into the same issue over and over and over, whether that's in money and friendships and relationships and family, it means that you keep trying to approach a different problem the same way, or the same problem the same way. You got to do something that you've never done before. And that is the only way you're going to elevate. And that's going to take a certain amount of maturity, a certain amount of discipline to be like, okay, I got to stop doing this. I got to really, make a commitment to myself. I'm going to start saving my money. Like I'm going to stop spending it on this or that, or on my addictions, or I'm going to stop going back to my ex. I'm going to stop entertaining this drama. Whatever it is, Could be like a wake up call for some of you. I wanted to pull from this deck, actually. All right, so what else is coming towards Gemini? What they need to, what is it that they need to put away their old ways, or maybe some childish habits? What is it that Gemini needs to get more disciplined in regards to? I don't know if that was meant to come out together. The past, something with the past keeps coming up as well. Tell me what does Gemini need to get more disciplined about? Some of you, it's about saving your money. I keep getting save your money. Saving your money is something like a lot of you spend very much carelessly or recklessly, or, you blow it on something. Tell me more for what we have for Gemini, what they need to get more disciplined about. Yeah, some of you need could be like a financial advisor, or you need like someone that will hold you accountable for certain things. You have the Tower. What is this about? Tell me about the Tower here for Gemini. I feel like something blowing up in your face for one good time, or one last time. You're going to really learn that lesson about whatever it is that you need to develop more discipline, or you should have listened to yourself or your spiritual team, or it's like there's something that you already know what you're supposed to do. Clarify the Tower. Clarify the Tower for Gemini. Tower, Two of Pentacles. All right, so yeah, but I feel like a lot of you just having too much on your plate as well, just trying to juggle all these different things and needing to come to that conclusion that you just can't do it. Okay, you just cannot do it, or you need to let go of something. There has to be some type of compromise. Two of Pentacles, Six of Pentacles, there has to be something, you let go of one of these things here. Something on your plate. They're just getting to be too much, all right? And you're losing time, money, resources, energy by trying to maintain all of these things here, or have too many different avenues, too many different things happening here. Okay, and why you're going in circles, but trying to focus more so on one thing at a time, find some balance. This is Sagittarius energy, your opposite sign. So sometimes Gemini energy has a tendency to be very much scattered, where Sagittarius is just in a straight line here. So some of you need to take one thing and focus it and find a direction for it instead of just continuing to start things, or not finish, or be all over the place with it, not come up with a plan, or just act on your satisfaction without thinking all the time. All right. Self-serving. So let's see, what's the advice? What is the advice overall for Geminis at this time? What do they need to do? What do Geminis need to do with this energy? How do they combat this? 10 of Pentacles in reverse. 10 of Pentacles in reverse. 9 of Swords. 3 of Swords reverse. Tell me, what does Gemini have to do with this energy? 10 of Wands in reverse. What does Gemini need to do? Death card. Scorpio. Ace of Pentacles. 7 of Pentacles. Tell me about the Death card here. Tell me about the Death card for the Tower. What the heck? Tell me about the Tower here. It's something about y'all's investments. Y'all are not investing correctly, or it's like y'all are looking for sometimes the shortest, fastest way, like easy money type of thing, like get rich quick type of things. And sometimes it's just not. You got to do things the right way. A lot of you are just trying to skip those steps. No, you gotta go back. You gotta go back. A lot of you are seeing foundations you've made, or like when you just act on impulse a lot of the time. Or you're just like, oh, I just want to do this, and you just go do it. It doesn't work out. Tell me about the Tower. A lot of you are trying to act outside of your design as well. And, it's not working out for you. Okay, so let's get into this. So, yeah, with this Tower, it was clarified by the 4 of Wands, stability. So acting outside of your design. So let's say, for example, you're a projector, right? A lot of you are trying to do things the way you've always done them. You're trying to initiate without an invitation, whether that's to move or to start a business or to start a new relationship. You're just trying to initiate. And then it blows up in your face and you're like wondering, okay, what am I doing wrong? Well, that's why I encourage everybody to learn their human design, because yes, projectors, you can operate doing a lot of things without an invite when it comes down to like things you just want to do majority of the time. But for bigger life changes, a lot of you do need an invitation or some type of recognition in order for it to be successful for you. Okay, so a lot of you just taking your time to see where you just try to invite yourself into spaces, or where you just try to initiate different things in your life and it's not working. It's probably because you're doing it outside of your design. Okay, so learning your design, learning your authority, and when you need to take more time before making decisions is really important. All right, if you are a generator or a manifesting generator, a lot of you are trying to operate outside of your design as well by initiating outside of response. Okay, without anything to respond to, just you get the idea, you're already starting it the next day. But there was nothing that gave you that idea outside of yourself. It was just like, oh, I want to start my own business, or, oh, I want to go back to school. But nothing really prompted that. Like nobody said, hey, I think you should do this and start this and that. Or nobody was like, you'd be really great at this in school and you should go back to school. No, it was your own ideas. So pay attention to where you tend to do that. And you jump the gun and you just like, oh, you get the idea. You go try to do it. You end up very frustrated and very, very anxious and sad because it doesn't work out. All right. For you manifestors, you can initiate things as much as you want, but some of you may be just initiating the wrong type of things, or just initiating things without having a plan sometimes. I think it's good for manifestors to have a plan of like, how they want to do it, or like informing people. Some of you don't inform at all, and then you get hit with a lot of backlash and a lot of problems because you've just gone and done some stuff and you haven't told anyone, and it blows up in your face. And then for reflectors, it could be two ways. It could be some of you are just trying to do certain things when you're not giving yourself enough time to think about what you're doing. You're just being very, very impulsive, or you're not in the right environment at all. And so it's tend to blow up in your face, because if you're not in the right environment, nothing is going to really work out the way you want it. That kind of applies to projectors too. So all that to say, Gemini, you do have a lot of different things that seem to be kind of like just blowing up in your face right now, because you're trying to do it the way you've always done it, or the way you want to do it, instead of a better way, where a thought out way, something that you're not just being impulsive and just acting on things, or, just spending your money crazy. You're looking to see, is something a really wise investment? Is this a wise choice for me? You're considering, how will this affect me down the road if I make this impulse buy or this impulse move? Is this something that's going to hinder me in the future? And some of you need to let go of those old ways of like, okay, I just want to do this really fast right now because I just want to do it. And you're not thinking it through. Very much giving Aries energy here. And you're just like, I want this right now, but just because you want something right now doesn't necessarily mean that that's what's best for you long term, especially if you have emotional authority. There is no truth in the now. So a lot of you are discovering that for yourself. You have been very impulsive when it comes down to the things you do. You acting on impulsive emotions or impulsive passion, sexually, physically, whatever. But a lot of you, if you just wait for the right thing to invest into, or the thing you really, really want, Ace of Pentacles, it's coming. You can build it on a strong foundation. And some of you just looking at Six of Cups, where you felt like you didn't have choices in the past, and maybe you just want everything, But you're being shown really you need more discipline right now when it comes down to making choices and making the right choices, because a lot of you are just everywhere, or you're saying you want one thing, but your actions are not reflecting that, or you're not having the discipline to get you there. Okay. So that's what we have for Gemini. Kind of a more so stern reading here, because the cards are reflective of that y'all got to get it together. Y'all have to listen more, okay? Instead of talking, listen. And, you have to be open to hearing other ways of doing things, okay? Your way is not always the best way or the right way. There could be a better way, and there is a better way for a lot of you, especially if you keep running into the same problem. A lot of you just keep hitting the same problem. You're like, I don't know what I'm doing wrong, but I'm going to just keep on doing what I've always done, and hopefully it works. It's not going to work that way, y'all. Y'all got to get out of your own way. You're the problem here, because you are not trying to find another solution or be open to doing something different, okay? So it's okay. You can get some help. All right. So thank you, Geminis, for watching. If this reading resonated for you, please let me know down in the comments down below, or hit me up on Patreon if you have any questions. I think that's it. I am at Tarot by Bronx. Big generator energy on everything.